Alright. We'll probably do some stuff with Gamemaster now in iWorld as well while playing as Francesco. Maybe. Although, God, I do not want to listen to this engine of Francesco's. Dear God. Ring of Fire. Let's see, we have a campsite on that end of these wall areas. What about over here? We could probably easily put something over here. Maybe. Will we even have the space? Is the question. Because we've already filled up quite a bit of it with what? A hedge maze? To be not gonna lie, the hedge maze is pretty cool. But what else could we possibly put? Let's see. Dungeon can't really work because of texture issues. Same for a lot of these things. Haunted Mansion, I mean, we could, you know. It's something. I really want to put the Matterhorn somewhere. Because that could be interesting. And it's texturable. Ooh, you know what? What if there was a secret part of either the castle or something? Oh, right. I remember what I was going to do. I was going to move all this. Because putting it right here doesn't really work because of the hedge maze now. So we're going to move it somehow. Sure, it's the other way. Yeah, here it is. Well, I never realized how much different the like side of normal terrain and the retro terrain really is. Wow. Alright. We'll get a corner. Oops. And then another wall. Boom. Alright, that's all patched up. Now, what the heck? What just happened with that tire? Was it like in the ground or something? And was like flicked whenever I loaded it in? Or like got close enough to it to where its like movement would be loaded in or whatever? We could put it like over here maybe. That might actually work best. Now that I think about it. Because what else could we possibly put over here? You know, there's a freaking hill in the way. I think that enough. Or that alone is enough. I was probably about to say that enough is alone or something weird like that. Let's see. Yeah, I'm sure the rocky corners are probably best for this. The ones over here. Right, look at that. Just the way it was before. There is the sloping hill, that could help. You know. Kind of. Because how are we gonna make a corner of that? We're gonna find a tiny, teeny tiny hill. I don't think there's different hill sizes, are there? At least in this game. No, there are not. Okay. Interesting. Alright, there we go. I guess that works. Yeah. Okay. Clock tower. Still don't think we're going to do anything with that for now. Or really a lot of these things. Except for maybe the Matterhorn. Yeah, look at this. Now, Aw, shoot, the waterfall especially looks cool with this texture. Like, look at it. Maybe I should put it in here somewhere. Or even have it as part of the terrain, because notice how it's... Oh, you know what? We could easily put it over here. Look at that, it's even the perfect size. Wow. Let's do it. Because that'd be cool. The Matterhorn. Probably enter it. See if we zoom in. Where would the... Is that where the rail starts? I think it is. And I think that the part that's actually like... I don't know if this... Yeah, because isn't there like a upward slope on that part? There is! Interesting. So I guess I can't have it lowered like that or whatever. Unless we do something weird. Like have tiny slopes that we probably can't put there because they probably don't exist. Never mind, yes they do. But there's no corner for that, is there? I don't think there is. Unless we just get really lucky and there just is out of nowhere. Yeah, I don't think there is. No. Great. Well then. Even the small slope is still a pretty large slope. That doesn't work. Well, that kind of works. A little bit. Maybe. Well, it's gonna hang over here, right? Yeah. Oh, shoot. I don't know. Let's see how it looks if we do lower it. Okay, it actually kind of looks good, like, over here, you know? Uh-oh. Down I go. Alright, let's see. Well, I know how we can make it back. I think. How are we gonna do this with Francesca, though? There might be a way. Maybe. We do it just right, or not. God. Go over here, yeah. Other than this, it looks pretty good. It was even then, I think that can like stay or whatever. And you can grind on this rail, right? With a car's character. No you can't? Weird. Okay. How strange. Ugh. Wow. I don't think they really thought this through when it comes to controlling the car's characters in the toy box mode, because geez, this is not that great, honestly. Yeah, there's a reason why I never really played as the car's characters as often as a kid. I mean, I get from a business standpoint, putting the Cars characters in this game makes a lot of sense. It's one of Disney and Pixar's most profitable franchises, especially when it comes to merchandise. But, I don't know if they work really well with the gameplay of this game, especially in the toy box mode. But what's cool about the Matterhorn is that you can actually add on to it with the rails, I think, right? Yes! Yeah, look at that. Well, okay, Francesco probably isn't the right character to use to show this. Probably be with another character, but... Also, I guess having it end over here would probably be fitting. So if I had, you know, like a right upward curve railing going down here, never mind, that won't work apparently. But if I do it with this, that does work? How does that make sense? Whatever. Got a bending rail. A steep bending rail. Ooh. Let's try to work from both ends, you know. Have some stuff going on down here. Never mind, that doesn't work, does it? Oh, no, it does. Well, this works. Steep ramp rail. Okay, put it over here. Do we have like a curve? Yeah, we have a curve. Can we do like a U-turn with it? Maybe if we have the right rail. Okay, no. Well, maybe if we have the left rail to kind of do that, we could probably make something work. Like, yeah, that works. Cool. We have, no. Oh, we can't even have two normal straight rails. That kind of sucks. What if we did this, though? Have the curved rail. But, okay, there's no way that's going to work. Dang, maybe this won't work. A right rail, maybe, and then have the U-turn. That is not going to work. No. Okay, we could try one more right rail. And if that doesn't work, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Uh-oh. Okay, nothing's working. Nothing's working. Wow. Trying to connect all this back together. It's going to be harder than I thought. Great. Just what I wanted. Let's see here. Could do this. Have a curved rail. Maybe even have like a bump rail up here or something to go over it. I just don't get how this is going to work. Although, wait. They're right next to each other there, right? What if we potentially did this? Okay, so if a left rail and a right rail are placed right next to one another and we put curves there, can we make a U-turn with that? No, you cannot. Okay, that might be an issue. There's a bit of an unevenness to this. Okay, great. What about with two? Although I think we already tested that. But we'll check just in case. I'm sure it won't work. Yeah, it does not. Not even with the short rails. Nope. Okay, so there's literally nothing we can do. Wow, thanks, game. That's really cool. Okay, so the rails are kind of more janked than I thought they would be. Interesting. How am I going to do this? I don't know. They really should have thought this through to where they don't really line up in a lot of ways with these rails. I guess what we'll have to do is like have you jump off one part and then land on another or something. That's the only thing I can think of. That's probably the only way we're going to be able to do this. If we have... Well, maybe not. Ooh, wait. What if we had like a ramp or something? Okay, maybe that... Well... We could probably figure something out with this by having a dipped rail here. And then watch this. We have 2 curved rails, right? Wait. So what the heck am I hearing? You guys hear that too, right? Oh, right. I forgot that I put the teleporter there. Wow, I forgot about that. I don't know how I did, but I did. Wow. Wow. The other end is, yes, by the canyon. Okay. Maybe we could have like a secret entrance to the canyon. Okay, actually, no, that won't work. Because of the rock stuff out here. It would look weird if we just went like that. Okay. Ooh. What if we did something weird? Like a whole... Actually, never mind. We gotta make more room for that because that'll just probably land you right on top of the top track, right? So if we put that in, will that help? Maybe, actually. Of course, again, we can't really test this with Francesco, so I guess I don't really have many other characters with me currently. But I do have a couple characters. Like, I guess I could show this character early for the toy box mode.
Your imagination, because those buildings we built last time were incredible. What do you say? Are you up for a little more
Okay.
work?
Again, I guess those lines, I guess aren't unused. I guess it's when you swap characters that they say those lines. Of like, oh, remember those buildings we built last time? Or remember that race last time? Stuff like that. It's still really weird, though. Maybe I should try that out with a couple other characters here in a bit. But, I really thought those lines were unused. Wow. Okay. I guess I just never heard them because, I mean, how often are you going to swap characters within the toy box mode, you know? Okay, that doesn't work? Wait. Hold on. Maybe I'm not seeing things right. Or I just have the camera set up weird. Is it really not lined up? Okay, you have to move just a little bit. Okay, so you have to actually watch where you're, like, falling. Okay. That's not terrible. I just don't know how I'm going to improve that. Probably take a lot of time and effort to do that. But, yeah, I guess that's something you could do with the Matterhorn in the toy box mode. Is expand upon the coaster and make whatever I made here. I could probably do something better than this. This is just kind of a mess that I slapped together in just a couple minutes. Yeah. Let's see now. Now I'm curious about these whole voice lines of the characters. Like, should probably try spawning in like a vehicle or something to do a race, swap characters, and see what happens. Do I even have any power discs over here? I don't think I do. Let's see. Ooh, I got one. Say hello to the Disney Parks parking lot tram. Yes, they made this into a vehicle in this game. I don't know why, but they did. It's the parking lot tram that you see in like Disneyland and stuff. That pretty much helps people navigate the parking lot because theme parks have humongous parking lots. It's very infamous. I mean, I know multiple TV shows that made jokes about that. But, yeah, this is pretty much the vehicle they use to where people don't have to walk all the way to the park. They could use a tram to easily navigate through the parking lot and into the park itself. Well, actually, before we do that, how about we try theming the racetrack pieces? Kind of give it a placeholder theme before we see what the power discs have to offer. Let's see. About basic. Yeah, that's alright. Disney Castle. Yeah, that's alright. Lone Ranger. I don't know about that one. Monsters University. ESPN Sports. That would be really funny if we did this one. X Games. That's a dirt track, about what you expect. Retro. Shoot. No, we're not keeping the X Games. Retro video game. Yeah, pretty much what we saw before. I don't know if I'm a fan of most of these. I guess we could stick to basic for now. Alright, well... Okay, one more thing. I promise this will be the last thing. Save. If you're wondering why I have Crystal Mr. Incredible with me right now, it's because of when I tried unlocking the textures for the buildings in the toy box mode. I needed a way to navigate the Incredibles playset.
Hey, Helen asked me to do something.
It was to do this race. Also, this allows us to see the parking lot tram in action, which is nice. I've had a lot of pretty funny things happen with the parking lot tram in the past. It's really weird. Now, one interesting thing is that the music that plays, I believe it's actually a medley of multiple different songs. a lot of them being like kind of upbeat jazz songs that, along with songs that like you would probably hear played in like a parade and stuff. I want to say one of the tracks is called like Toy Town Parade or something. I think it is actually. But yeah, I'm trying to think of what the other two songs are called. I think Baker's Bounce and Carolina Sweep, something like that. I'll probably look it up here in a quick hot minute, or not hot minute, that's a wrong description. In a sec, I guess I could say. But yeah, what's funny is that I'm pretty sure there would be tracks that would be commonly used in future Disney Infinity games, including with actual parades that could happen in the game. At least in 3.0 edition. Alright. Uh-oh. Right, okay. Yeah, I think the basic track isn't that bad. We could probably go back and look at how it looks for the different power disc textures, because I'm sure it looks different. Like, I definitely know how it looks for certain ones, like the Sugar Rush theme, because it has like a rainbow theming to the track. And as a kid, it always reminded me of the Airhead Extremes candy that they would sell. I think they still sell it, which was kind of thin strips of rainbow candy. They come in different flavors and stuff. It was cool. That's what it always reminded me of. Alright. So that's that. Now, I'm sure it won't activate right away whenever I change characters, but who knows? Like, if I change to, say, Johnny Depp.
Greetings. You have gathered stars enough to light the sky.
Or that. That works too. Let's see about another character.
Well, hello. It's nice to finally see you again.
Okay. Interesting. I don't know how I never noticed that about characters. Again, I guess it's because I never really swapped characters during the toy box mode. I usually just had one character and kind of stuck with them the entire time. You know, that's probably why. So I guess I never noticed that swapping characters in the toy box mode will cause them to say stuff like, "Oh, I've noticed you gain a lot of stars. You did pretty good in that race. That was a great game we played before." Stuff like that. Still not sure about that birthday line, though. I'll have to look into that. I doubt the internet knows, because I'm probably the only person that would dive this deep into a game like this. Maybe I can ask one of the developers or something. I could do that.